the last time you saw under your refrigerator?
Yeah. It's amazing what's under there.
What's the matter with you, Dan? You look like the RCA dog.
I feel like him, too. I'm just trying to figure out
where this came from.
Well, I didn't know if that was the beginning of the conversation or if that was if I missed previous stuff.
No. This is from a previous episode.
Gotcha.
We're talking about the diuretic that JD decided to start taking at the last minute. Because he thinks 7 pounds is going to make a difference by Friday.
The same stuff you passed out on last year.
That's what we're talking about. Venegas did, because I told JD today, if you're really taking this, if you're screwing around, I don't know why you're messing with it, but make sure you drink a lot of water and always stand somewhere close to a handrail. Because Venegas didn't bother to tell me when he gave it to me last year that it can make you pass out.
Yeah. Lower your blood pressure. Yes. For me, that's a good thing. For you, it's not.
Well, he never said a word that whatever that. What is this stuff called?
Oh, I don't even.
Is it Lasix?
I've got it out in the car.
Something like that.
Something like that. I believe that's it. Lasix.
Yeah.
That's the standard.
Right. That it drops your blood pressure.
Right.
Okay. Well, if you're going to give somebody medicine like that, why don't you give a heads up?
Is your kitchen floor clean? Is it sleepable?
Right. Let me ask something before I give you this. Do you like naps? I know what his logic is. Because anytime he gives us anything, whether it's for blood pressure or my allergies or whatever, he doesn't like to go over the side effects. So you don't create it on your own.
I can see that.
Okay. But like I said yesterday, there are certain things that I think somebody should let in on.
In this case.
Right. And if your blood pressure dropping and passing out is one of the side effects, that's an okay one to let me in on.
Or especially with the whole, now in taking this, I'm not going to tell you the side effects, but make sure and drink plenty of water.
He did tell me that.
Oh, he did tell you that?
Right.
Did you follow that, or did that not even matter?
I think I did. Maybe not as much as he wanted to, but I don't think by not taking in water, that would affect your blood pressure. Or would it?
I wouldn't think so either, but I don't know how these Lasix work as far as that goes.
Rob will know. He's all over this. Rob.
We've tested it. It works.
Is he not talking to me for some reason?
Not as far as I know. He's talking to you.
Yeah. Rob. How does this diuretic that JD's on, how does that work?
I don't know about that one, but like a Lasix diuretic basically just sucks the water out of your, underneath your skin and your muscles, and usually within a couple of hours it starts working.
All right. If you don't take in enough water, will that drop your blood pressure?
It could, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. Your blood pressure being normal, drop too low.
It'd have been nice to be aware of that.
Yes.
At least that way while I'm laying on the kitchen floor, I know that my blood pressure's just dropped. It's going to come back up.
Get some fluids.
Right. I'll lie here on the floor. I'll enjoy the underside of the Frigidaire.
Yes.
But at least I'll know I'm not dying.
It's coming back,
Yeah. How long does it take to suck all the water out of your system?
Those pills work 6 hours, I was told.
Okay. Well, why are you taking it now? Why don't you just wait till Thursday or Friday?
Well, I mean, they don't work all in one day. You can lose...
Well, you can only lose so much water. How much water do you think you're toting around?
Well, totally, probably I could knock off 7 or 8 pounds in water. Just fluid retention.
And why are you worried about that?
Just every little bit helps. Why are you still working out? Every little bit helps.
Because I can't shake this thing that's living at my house.
I know. He's very excited about you. He's very excited.
What does he say?
No, he looks so good. I can't believe it. It's awesome. It's going to be great.
It's getting Only because he's married to Wendy. I'll erase the whole queer factor.
Oh, yeah.
But it's getting really queer.
He's just...
Because I was talking to him, it was last night, and I mentioned that my jeans a little loose in the waist. Okay. He said, well, what about the rest? Your legs still thick and your ass still looks good?
Stop.
Yeah, they're still there. But my waist seems a little smaller because the jeans went on easy and they had just been washed.
Okay.
That's normally when it's a pain.
Right.
I'm just not used to having a guy compliment me on my whole.
I think bodybuilders are just into that. That's not a gay thing. They just want to tell you, you look good. Get naked, let me look at you. I mean, that's what they want, It's not gay. It's just the way they compare bodies.
It's almost medical at that point.
Yeah, it really is almost
Like a doctor?
Yes.
Pretty much.
All right. Has he said anything else?
Just that you're in great shape. He's very proud of what you've done. He sees a difference in the last week.
What's to see?
I don't
I
know.
got clothes on. He don't see me naked unless he sneak around the house.
I don't know.
I almost got caught last night in my office.
Oh, no.
Working up.
By who? Rob?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you never know. You got Rob, you got Wendy, you got Amy, dogs.
I know, but I leave the, I got the 3 monitors in my office. So the center one, I keep the email on.
All right.
Okay. The one on the right, I got all the house cams.
All right, so you can see people.
So I can watch to see if anybody's sneaking up on me. And then the monitor on the left is where the sleeping tushies lie.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So where was he? Coming downstairs?
He was coming down the stairs. And because it's dark and the camera's just on the edge, you don't see him coming down the stairs.
Especially if you're looking the other way at the tushies.
Well, I always, in between, while stuff's loading, I'll check over to the right before, my selected file comes up.
Where was Amy?
In bed asleep.
Oh, okay.
She ain't getting up.
Why?
She goes to sleep. She don't wake up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you go to bed early?
She did.
Oh, okay.
I didn't go to bed till 4.
Why?
I don't know. I was fried when I got home. And then something happened at midnight. I got up. I couldn't go back to sleep.
That's free.
I don't know what that is.
Anxious about anything?
I was anxious about not sleeping.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had something to fill my void with.
What's he coming downstairs for at midnight or 1 o'clock?
He's just coming downstairs. He keeps thinking he hears cars running in front of the house. So he sleeps in his running shorts.
No.
And keeps his, what does he have, a 45 or a Glock?
I think he has a 45.
Yeah.
So he's running down to check out the car. That's not running.
Ain't nothing out there. I'll get shot in my own front yard.
Probably will. You'll have to get the paper. That'll be it. You'll be done.
I thought about that. I got up early Sunday morning. It's like 5:15. I figured the Sunday paper's out there.
Sure.
I turn off the alarm. I run out there, and I turn around, and I look at the entire house before I come back on it. Just to make sure somebody's not standing in the lurches.
Shoot you. So a body moving, I don't know.
Somebody followed us home the other night in the Batmobile. He and I were just running around. I pulled in the driveway, pulled up into the gate. He goes running down the hill. I'm screaming at him, don't kill him.
Don't shoot anybody.
Yeah, I think it was some kids in a Camaro.
I'm just being cute.
Yeah. By the time he got to the end of the hill, they took off. But it seriously, and I'm not saying this just for shtick, I really think that if I told him run down there and kill those suckers, I think he'd do it.
I think he would.
I'm right there with you, absolutely. And I don't even think it would cross his mind not to. I think it would just be
He's
automatic.
protecting you.
Yeah. Yeah, there'd be nothing in his head to argue, to talk him out of it. I must kill.
I said too.
No inner dialogue.
Yeah.
And if he's shooting at you, there's no Russ to tell me not to shoot him.
Right.
He kept saying he was Russ. I had to kill him anyway. It's dark.
Yeah. Yeah, burglars are liars.
If they'll steal.
Yeah, they're certainly like thieves. Those aren't your papers.
All right.
All right. What is the box here?
I don't know.
Why'd I get a letter to Bob McNeil?
No clue. Rob brings the mail in right before we go on the air. I don't know what it is.
Well, what is this box? I don't know what these are. They look like little shampoo bottles. They look like little Traveler's shampoo bottles.
Rob was talking to somebody about having either oil or lotion at the strip-off and selling it. Maybe that's what those are for.
And then they do what with it?
They buy it, money goes to the foundation, and then they get to rub it on us. Why? Why?
Here's the problem.
Yes.
Ugly chicks have cash, too.
That's, well, yes. And
See,
they'll have $20 for table dances.
I understand, but you can gauge that. You get an ugly chick, gives you table dance.
Right.
You walk over there. You make sure that you dance into a nice, short song by
Beach
the
Boys.
Birds or the Beach Boys. You get that out of the way, and you move on to the next chick.
I got you.
The hot chicks get the long version of Slow Ride. But with this, they can actually rub their hands on you, and you can't control who buys this.
I forgot.
But then you're slimy for the rest of the night.
I don't know if he's bought those or somebody sent them to him as a gift.
There's an invoice.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Rob Riddlemoser, KLLI. 150 1-ounce cylinders. And caps to go with it.
And we'll fill them with what? We don't know yet. What Rod had in mind.
Well, what else would they stick in there?
Well, oil or lotion.
Or gravy.
Okay, possibly.
Since Joyce is coming.
Oh, God. Biscuits.
All right. And why is there a magazine? I'll be glad when this thing's over so we can drop the workout bodybuilding stuff, because if I wasn't into this, I wouldn't give a rat's ass about anything we've talked about for the past 3 months. No.
Are you sure that after it's over, I know Rob will probably let up as far as, carb depletion and sodium and all that. Have you thought at all about him trying to continue this after La Bear on Friday? Because now that he's put all this work into you, he wouldn't want to see you just completely throw it away now.
Like an investment.
Exactly. Long term.
It's an interesting point. Now,
does he know he's moving out Saturday or Sunday?
Well, the whole idea was, a couple of weeks, you do whatever it is that you're going to do for La Bear, and then you guys are gone. You take your telecom eating dog, and you guys go home. Why do I have a copy of, what is this? Anabolic Insider magazine.
You got one of those?
I'm guessing this is from Rob.
Oh, yeah. Look at who it's addressed to.
Rob Martin.
Rob Martin. All the tips.
Make cardio work for you. 9 tricks of the playa that you must know. Slow down, damn it. Workouts that cause damage. Not your mom's juice vendor. Interview with a Roy dealer.
I must read that.
It's like their feature every month.
Sure.
Well, yeah, it says part 1. Let me go to page 12. You guys want to hear any of this?
Yes.
It's one issue to watch your weight and cut back on crap, especially as you get older.
Healthy.
But who wants to look like that?
Not me. Obviously, Rob does.
Well, Rob doesn't look like this. Rob
I
is
asked Rob if he was going to dance. I went, what's the big deal? You look great. Dance. He goes, no. I'd have to. I need to have started 2 months ago if I was going to dance. To do what? What would you change? You look unbelievable.
Yeah.
You look like the Hulk. I've seen you with your shirt off.
And it's funny. It's actually funny to watch him dance.
Yeah.
Because he just kind of, but he was dancing last night at Larry North. They were playing some hootie, urban music.
All right.
And Rob's just kind of bouncing around.
Okay.
Just kind of, wobbling back and forth. But he don't fall down.
I understand.
Thank you. Oh, I was going to read
I just wonder what he thought he would accomplish more than he's already done.
I don't know.
He would
explode.
He's bigger. He's bigger than anybody at La Bear.
Oh my God, yeah.
He would just get absolutely shredded in that 2 months. Is exactly what he would do.
His body fat is probably even insulting to him.
Yeah.
Maybe 5%.
Maybe.
And that's probably just enough to feed your organs.
Yeah.
And your hurrah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't get these guys that want to get like this, and you can see every vein that they own.
And they're just
When you get to the point to where you can actually see the texture of the tendons,
right.
That's nasty.
It's frightening.
They're obsessed with that. It's one of those things that they will look in the mirror every single day.
If I'm not vascular, there's something wrong with me.
Exactly. If I haven't found one new vein that's protruding through my skin today, I've failed as a human.
Yeah. Look at this guy's arms. That's his forearm.
Oh my God.
I guess that's where you tend to be more vascular.
Yeah.
What's sexy about that? Chicks don't like that, do they?
No, bumpy veins.
Some do, but
They're freaks.
Yeah, I mean, well, most of those guys that want to get so huge that they're never big enough, that's what's called muscle dysmorphia.
Yeah, I guess you get to a certain point, you say, all right, well, what's the next level? Well, you can't see my intestines.
No. Back to the gym.
Yeah. What page did I say that? 12? Interview with this. This doesn't look very, very interesting. Nah. You can read it later if you want.
Anabolic insider. It's even got a website in the back. Look at the very back page.
Steroids.com?
Yeah.
At least the chicks in here aren't
just exploded.
Yeah. Yeah, you get to a point where you like chicks that look like that, then you might as well just go ahead and get you some dome.
Yeah, they have no breasts.
Yeah. At a certain point, you just, you became, there's no sex there.
Well, the chicks then obviously are shooting that testosterone too.
Yeah.
Is that what gets rid of the boobs?
I think boobs are fat and you work out that much, they just kind of vanish, don't they?
That's exactly it. Is you're taking the testosterone or anabolic steroids, that will obviously decrease your body fat a lot, and breasts are fat tissue. Therefore, those go away. That's why you see so many of the some of the bodybuilders, they'll get the implants, and it just looks like they have 2 billiard balls on their chest.
Yeah. There are a couple of chicks at the Larry North and South Lake that you could tell that either are or have been on steroids because they got the jutty jaw and their forehead juts out a little bit.
They got the caveman look.
Yeah.
With long hair.
You've passed the point of being kind of feminine. It's just really...
I don't understand why you'd want to jack around with something that you can't erase. If you want to do it, and I guess do it, not worry about what it's going to do to your internal organs, and you're going to stop at a certain point, maybe. But if it's going to make your bones grow and jut out, and that don't go back when you're done, who wants to run the risk? Because now you don't even look like a good-looking guy.
No.
Well, read this interview with the roid dealer. See if there's anything good in here. And read this thing about the 9 tricks of the playa. All right. Let's see what Bob McNeil got. There's Jack Ingram.
That's Ace. Is that a country singer?
I don't know.
He's a local country singer.
A local, okay.
Yeah. Why are they sending country music here?
Well, because Bob McNeil was a consultant for country stations. They probably just don't have him off the list yet.
That, and we were in the phone book as a country station up until like a year ago.
Who wants to hear some Jack Ingram?
Sure, I do.
Well, give me a jewel case so I can play this.
Maybe this time you'll get a truck out of him.
He's not that big. Probably end up with one of those Pintos they turned into a station wagon. You remember
those, yeah.
I think there's only one cut on here.
It's the emphasis track, the single.
They don't call them singles or hits anymore?
I don't know. I haven't been in music radio for so long.
No, there's more than one track. No, I think it's the same thing over and over.
Okay.
All right. You say this guy's local?
Yeah.
Wet it.
This desert wind is burning my face again. God, I'm missing you. Been running blind under a broken sky.
That's not too bad.
No, not too bad. There's a lot. The country is really leaning toward pop more so, with the exception of Big and Rich. They're the only ones that are really hard-ass, just odd-sounding country.
Are they the ones that playing dodgeball with the train?
Yeah, play chicken with the train with the cowboy Troy.
That's the black guy?
Yeah, but I can't stand them.
So there's nobody doing, what do they call it, traditional country?
There's a few, but it's mostly old school folks like Alan Jackson and Joe Diffie and people like that that are really have that hard country sound that never got away from it. Most of the new stuff sounds like this. Like the Keith Urban stuff, you could absolutely play it on KBIL.
What do you call Toby Keith?
Toby's kind of straight ahead country. He's not hard, twangy. He's more pop country. What?
So many miles.
I don't guess I could get straight answer out of you on that anyway.
Why?
I don't want your truck to go back.
I'm praying hard. You didn't start a life with someone who's not me. And if you're just gone, girl, I'll be moving on.
See if this is only one cut.
Same song.
Yeah. All right. Anybody want this?
I don't. I'll take it.
Are you sure? There. How's the story on the Roy dealer?
Just talking about him pulling over the car so far. So that's far I've gotten.
That's the first sentence. I saw that part.
Well, I know that's I'm going to wait.
All right, thank you. All right. We have time for news? No? Okay. Anything else I need to know? We're not getting we're not going to get the dash cam from the Al Sharpton chase.
We are not. It was denied.
How can they do that?
They said it would, I don't know. They said it would, I think Rob's got some paperwork over here that they got. It would, it's an ongoing investigation, and it would not be their best interest.
Is this the one from Abbott? Greg Abbott?
Yes.
I don't understand. I don't guess it really matters. This is addressed to Ann Montgomery with the... but it says someplace in here, we're not getting the tape.
You're not getting the tape.
Based upon this representation, we conclude that the release of the submitted information would interfere with the detection, investigation, and prosecution of crime. How would it do that?
No idea.
Well, I guess possibly if something, since the case hasn't been concluded, investigation's still ongoing, if anything comes about with a trial or something, then that could seem to be tainting a possible jury pool, I guess. It's the only thing I can think.
That we look at it and say he was speeding and it took 10 miles to stop him?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they're going to see that in court anyway.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but they don't want him to have that predisposed thought before they get in there to see it, I guess. I'm with you. I think it's silly.
It's ridiculous.
It's basically to protect the rights of the defendant.
Yes. Somebody got a donation somewhere to somebody's organization.
Well, this is, whoever Ann Montgomery is, maybe they wrote to the Attorney General on our behalf. Rob placed the request. She said, I got to check with Abbott.
Right.
So she tells the Abbott.
And the Abbott writes back to her, and then she gets us to this.
The Assistant Attorney General says no.
Yeah.
It's signed Robert.
You know how Sharpton's people went into spin control the moment that was over.
It's going to come out sooner or later.
Well,
Somebody will get it. I'm surprised it hadn't slipped out on the internet already. I'm kind of shocked we haven't gotten a copy.
From all our sources.
Yeah, because you know...
Sometimes they show up.
Through the police community, these things float around.
Brown bags show up on...
Yeah. Sometimes things end up on doorsteps. They don't know where it comes from.
We never...
There's a video I got that I wasn't supposed to see. I won't say which department it was.
Okay.
But it was a traffic stop, and they pulled a chick out through the window, and her shoes come off.
Can you forward that to me or something? I got to see that.
See that.
Like all in one motion?
That's how hard they pulled her out of the car.
Was there a reason to pull her out of the window?
I don't care, as long as the shoes come off.
Yeah, I like knowing that there was no reason, just because.
You know who I'm talking about?
No, I have no clue.
Really? All right. Thought it was kind of obvious.
No.
If they swing them around hard enough.
Yeah.
They was probably loose.
Yeah,
probably old ones.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah. All right. All right. We'll break here. We'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. The most listened to afternoon show. The Russ Martin. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
Did you do a legal ID, Chloe?
Yes.
All right. You want to do news?
Sure.
My plastic surgeon's supposed to be here at 4 or 4:30?
Your what?
Plastic surgeon.
I believe it's 4 o'clock.
All right.
What is that for?
I'm just going to look at some things on the menu.
Have you seriously lost your mind?
Mm-mm.
You're way too young for that.
I'm 40. Here's the mistake that people make, is they wait till they get really, really nasty, and then you can tell the difference. I'll get something nice and subtle.
So you start cutting on... You've got nothing sagging. No, quit yanking on your face. Quit it.
What about these?
What, are your natural smile lines? Frown lines? Whatever? I don't know. Ask the surgeon. What are you going to do with
I haven't always had these.
What are you going to do with those?
I think they can...
You can't lift that.
Hang on. What about this? Just a little.
Okay, let me look. No.
No?
You start to look like a goldfish. You do. Here, let me do that. Watch. See? Goldfish.
Kind of sexy.
No, it's not.
That way your mouth comes down. What about an eye lift? Just like this. Ready?
Yeah.
What?
Got nothing up there to lift.
See like that?
No.
Doesn't that look better?
No.
What, Dan?
You look like Spock still.
Yeah. You start jacking with your eyes or... No.
All right, what about this?
Okay, what's that going to be?
Pull the forehead up a little, you go.
Just surprised like that about Channel 5. What? What is it, Russ?
Is there fire? You go tight?
Anything you do, you're going to change your expression because you've got no skin.
Maybe.
See, I could get rid of the gobbler down here.
Hey, you'll lose that if you lose some weight.
Yeah.
I just think it's a good time to start looking around.
All right.
I wanted a nose job when I was a kid, but who could afford that in their 20s?
Well, why would you want to now? That you would look so odd. It would take years just to even get to know yourself again.
You don't think it look a little bit better?
Pointy?
Yeah, not super pointy, but just kind of
like a model does.
Yeah.
That little squishy thing.
Just a little bit.
No.
Not Michael Jackson pinched, where it looked like they stuck a clothespin and forgot to yank it off.
No. They got to break your nose to do that. Is that what you want?
To get a nose job?
I believe.
Yeah, Cindy had it done.
Cindy Coyle?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. She had a little bitty hook on the end of her front of her nose. Mm-hmm. And she just had that flattened out. They had to break it for that?
I think they had to break it because they also worked on, I think, a little bit of the slope too, and it took her about 2 weeks to recover because I went over to her house and cooked soup and stuff for her.
Oh yeah, she was all bruised up.
Bad, yeah. I mean, it healed back nice and looked cool, looked great, but it's just the fact that the recover time, the first 3 or 4 days, you can't do anything.
Mm. She may have had something done on her septum. She may have had done some nasal work or something.
Maybe at
the same time. I don't recall, but maybe.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine.
I'm not saying I'm absolutely going to have something done. I just kind of want to scope things out. There's a bunch of new stuff out there.
Yeah, they got that
lifestyle lift.
Yeah, lifestyle lift. Still don't understand that. Something about needles and pulling your whole head up, and you go back to work the next day.
Yeah. And if you don't like it, I guess they just cut the thread out.
The thread, yeah. That's freaky. And do you do that awake? I can't imagine.
I don't care. What if I just tighten it like this? You ready?
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. No, your eyes bug when you do that.
Hang on.
No. Just closing your eyes doesn't help. Anything you do is going to change your expression.
Well, there's got to be something I can do.
You don't need it. You're not Jerry Jones.
Something over the past years happened, and I just started looking older that don't. It's got nothing to drink with drinking.
Okay.
Why would that just happen in the past year?
Because time catches up with you with alcohol.
Well, it don't catch up in a year.
It does.
It's a slow, gradual process, and it gives us time to stop.
No, it doesn't.
Alcohol dries you out, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have oily skin.
Okay, well, then that's not the alcohol.
Well, what is it?
You don't smoke, so smoking's the other thing that dries you out.
Now, that's the other thing, is when people smoke for 20, 30 years and they get the beehole lips, where you get those lines that go straight towards the center of your mouth. Yeah. Looks like a white turd coming out when you're smoking.
Never thought of that.
Yeah.
It does.
How long you been smoking, Dan?
Let's see, about 5-6 years.
I thought you were trying to quit. Isn't that why? Didn't you talk to Venegas about the Wellbutrin?
I did it. I never actually talked to him about it. We had talked about it,
over
here.
cigarettes.
Smoking area.
You say you did or you didn't?
I never talked to him off the air about it. Just what we had discussed on the show.
Because I noticed every time we take a break, you go to smoke.
Just about, yeah.
And Gretchen doesn't smoke.
No.
You're not concerned about that? Why would you be at 24? Are you 24?
24.
25.
Yeah. Did you have a birthday?
Yeah, I have a birthday.
Well, I understand that, but was it one recent that we missed?
No, it's coming up.
When is it?
Next month.
When is it in November?
The 5th.
Oh. All right. Well, don't get excited or anything.
No.
I'm not.
Saw what we did for Trey.
Yeah.
All right. All right, we can do this here.
All right.
All right, where did Rob find this guy?
That I don't know.
Well, where's the two-way? There it is. Rob, where'd you find this guy?
Dr. Toledo.
Okay.
I spoke with Dr. Venegas, and he's a friend of Dr. Venegas's, and then I contacted him. He's in Highland Park.
Oh, all right. And he's supposed to be here now?
Yes, sir.
Right. I'll ask him about the breast augmentation, too. Joy's still into that.
Does this guy do boobs?
I checked out his website, and yeah, he does them all.
If Amy would get a boob job, I propose.
You wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
You would just the very next day go, let's get married. That's the only thing that's keeping you from marrying this woman?
After I saw how they set in.
Yeah. That's pretty
Because
shallow.
I know. But sometimes if they get boob jobs and they don't turn out right, you were better off not getting it. Because some of the chicks get like they get the boob job, and for some reason they get the crazy guy Fred nipples.
Sometimes they go, if it gets too big, I think that's when they go opposite directions. The chick that I knew that had a really weird cut underneath, and you could feel the
scar.
Yeah, it was weird. It was freaky.
I think if you don't go too big, I'd be okay with. What do you figure she is now? B? I don't know how the sizes go.
I don't either.
C?
See, Joy says she wants a medium C, so I don't know what that is. I don't know what she is now.
Well, that'd be about right.
Yeah.
That's what Amy should have.
Right.
She should save up and get them.
You're not going to buy them?
Mm-mm.
No, I know.
I might loan her the money.
Get it paid back, I understand. So what if she doesn't pay back?
I already got the pink slip to her car because she owes me money already.
Yeah. So low rent.
What? That neon's worth $5,000.
I know it is, but you're going to hold her boobs over her head, too.
We'll try that.
God. That would just be the crappy part, is to either help her or get them for her, and then, as we've always said before, then run off to somebody else.
Yeah, somebody else.
Because self-esteem changes and everything else.
Everybody starts paying attention to them. They start dressing like sluts.
Well, yeah, because they should. They got something to show. And you well know, as we've all been a party to, they come out everywhere. Once you get them, it's like, oh, did I show you?
Yeah, look what I got.
Yeah.
It's like they just stopped off at Sears and got a couple of Kenmores.
Craftsman.
Yeah, it's got
nothing to do. They're no longer boobs. They're something they purchased.
Right. Look what I got. Look what a nice job they did.
Sure comes off all
Sweetie,
the time.
those are boobs. It's not foundation repair. Stop showing it off.
Stop showing the neighbors. Yeah. All this, and she loves swimsuits anyway, so all the swimsuits would change, and the attitude would change. With joy.
I bet her swimsuits would get smaller.
She's got something that would be hard to get smaller, but you're right, the top part would.
Or she could stay the same size, and those big fat boobs would stick out of both ends.
Stop it. Quit it. Quit it. Oh, no, she ain't getting them. You just convinced me she ain't getting them.
She did okay with them before.
I know.
Hold on. What is it, Rob?
Dr. Toledo is here.
Yeah, go ahead and bring him in. We'll get this over with. Anybody else have anything they want done? Questions?
I'll talk about my gobbler here.
All right. What about you, Chloe?
My nose.
Turn sideways. Yeah, you should ask him about that. What about you, Dan?
No, I think I'm good.
Nothing?
Unless you think there's something, I can't think of anything right now.
Back away from the mic. I've never really looked at you. Move this way. Is his hairline receding?
No.
No, I just keep it short.
Oh.
Ooh, my eyes are sort of
cockeyed? Slanted? Sloped?
No.
What are they?
It's almost like they're not completely straight across. It's like one just a little bit higher than the other.
Is that something only you would notice?
It depends. I think others might notice it in certain photographs, like if my head's turned a certain way. I mean, obviously, I notice it more because I see it.
What do you think the difference is? You're talking about like your left eye is a little bit higher than your right eye?
Yeah, and not just the eyeball, but I think like the socket itself is a little bit.
I don't know. Dr. Toledo, what is it called when your sockets don't sync?
Oh, he's just kind of out of whack a little bit.
Can you fix that?
No, you just kind of have to live with it.
Yeah, because I figured that's a bone structure thing, unless you want to just...
I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that. It almost seems at this point you guys can almost adjust anything.
Well, you can. I mean, these babies are born with these congenital defects, and the eyeballs don't quite meet. They're too far apart, too close together. You can break the whole skull and break almost every bone in your face, and then rearrange it and put a bunch of metal titanium plates and screw it all back. And you could do that if it's really bad, but yours is only off about a couple of millimeters. It's not anything that's worth breaking your face over. So
is it easier or harder with a child? Because obviously the bones are more pliable at that point.
Yeah, it's easier, and you got to do it oftentimes before the brain gets developed. Because once sometimes when the bones are off, it inhibits the growth of the brain, and so you want to do it when they're younger. But almost everybody, if you really stare at people and look. When you're in embryo, in utero, and your eyes come together, and then your nose and your mouth, they don't always come together just perfectly. Sometimes they're off, and it's not just your eyes that are off, but your smile will be off, and your jaw will be off, your cheekbones are off.
I think my ears are off.
And one ear's higher than the other. Yeah,
I think so.
Are you really?
Yeah, 'cause when I wear my glasses.
Yeah.
Look.
You got to adjust them.
Hang on a second. They go straight across?
To me, they look like they do.
No.
Show him. He's a pro.
Yeah, they're off. Yeah, your left ear is higher than your right ear. Looks like.
No, these are bent.
But you've seen these places where they take your photograph and they cut it in half down the middle, and they make a mirror image of both sides.
Right, not everything is asymmetrical.
You'll see two separate people.
Mm-hmm.
What's the average age? Is there an average age of guys coming in wanting stuff done?
Oh, it's probably around 45.
Right where you are.
Thank you.
But look at him. He's in better shape than he's ever been. What could you possibly do?
We're not talking about neck down stuff.
No, I know. I understand.
What can you do with the face?
You look like a goldfish.
That's what I told him. See?
No, I heard it on the way up here.
I understand.
What's nose? He's always been worried about his nose.
I'd probably leave the nose alone. I even talked to one plastic surgeon maybe 10 years ago, they said before they'd do it, they actually like for you to go talk to a psychologist. Because I guess that's a pretty big decision to readjust your nose.
Yeah, some guys, it's different if a guy's out there fighting and he breaks his nose and the nose is sitting sideways. Some hockey player, some big macho guy that doesn't have an issue with his, femininity side. Normally you can fix their nose and they're going to be fine. But some of these guys, you want to take a little bitty hump off or make it a little bit more narrow. And, sometimes no matter what you do, they're not going to be happy. And they have the highest rate of malpractice claims and,
because they're never going to be
and shooting their plastic surgeon and stuff like that. So,
how close can you guys get with computer technology to say, okay, here's what your nose is going to look
that's what I do, Russ. I mean, I put you on a computer screen, I change you on the screen, and I take off 1 millimeter at a time or add 1 millimeter at a time, and then, of course, I don't do anything on the computer that I can't really do with my hands.
Right.
I mean, there's some guys that are really good with computers and just horrible with their hands, so that's easy to be. So
then why even have it done? Just go to you for all your family portraits.
Yeah.
That's true.
Photoshop everything.
Right.
Photoshop everything.
Dan, who's on the hotline?
That's Gavin.
What is it, Gavin?
Hey.
Yes?
When you get a chance, I need to speak to you off the air.
What's the matter?
I just got out of another meeting.
About what?
I was just in the Viacom boardroom. We need to talk off the air.
How was your panel thing today with the Mike and the...
Mad Dog?
Yes.
Mad Dog.
Yeah, you probably saved some time by not coming.
Where are you going to be?
I'm in New York right now.
Well, I mean, are you going to be there for a while? Are you going to be on a plane or what?
Yeah, no, I'll be...
All right, I'll call you there.
Okay.
Hey, we got a plastic surgeon in the room. You want some hair?
I don't need that with my hair.
Huh?
Does he do breast implants for men?
Do you?
Only accidentally.
Do you do hair plugs?
No, I don't do that.
No hair at all?
No hair at all.
No.
There's nothing wrong with my hair. It's fine.
Yeah, it's too tedious. Just get some Propecia, Rogaine.
What's the success rate of that? Gavin, I'll call you back.
All right.
All right.
It helps. There's dermatologists around that kind of do these hair plugs, and they kind of do a good job. They're, we kind of like to have the bigger surgeries and let them do the plugs. But the plugs work great. They really do.
Do you actually go in one strand or one hair at a time?
Well, they got these mini plugs and micro plugs and regular plugs, and I don't know exactly how many strands of hair each one have, but they do the big cornrows first,
right?
And then they go with the minis and the micros around the cornrows, so you don't see the cornrows anymore.
But you still, around your hairline, you got the baby doll look. You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly.
Yeah, but
little rows of hair.
Yeah, they do blend it in pretty good, though. I mean, it's a lot better than it was 10 or 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I have anything.
No, your hair is
I
fine.
have a bald spot back here?
No, you don't.
Nothing?
No.
All right. So what can I get done?
I brought you some Botox.
Really?
What's that? No, that's for wrinkles?
Well, those two frown lines right between your eyebrows, you'd be perfect, perfect Botox candidate.
Right here?
Yeah.
How long does Botox last now? That's temporary, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
It's temporary.
Okay.
Was it last couple months?
3 months.
Did it hurt?
Not me. Not you.
Aren't you a stitch?
No, a little bit. You're a tough guy. You're a big old tough guy.
I don't like shots. What?
In your face.
We can't just rub it on there.
Especially,
it's got to go into the muscle that causes that wrinkle line,
So how far do you have to jab it in?
Well, the muscle's about 1/4 inch deep, then you got your skull behind that, so it can't go into your skull. So the muscle's right in front of your skull there. It's just about 1/2 inch.
Now, it doesn't get rid of the line. It just numbs the muscle, right?
Right. It keeps the line from getting any worse. It keeps you from frowning. That kind of a frown, angry look, it eliminates that because the muscle's paralyzed. So even if you are angry, you won't show it.
Mine comes from squinting.
Or squinting or thinking,
No, just squinting. Well, if it doesn't get rid of the line, why would people get that done?
Well, once the line is permanent, then you got to sand it off or fill it with, injectables like Restylane. Sometimes the line is just a dynamic line, And a dynamic line it's just there when it's activated, and you have a little muscle tension at all times, and so that line is probably there just because of just the inherent muscle tension.
Like flexing muscles,
right? That muscle is being flexed slightly, and it gives you a slight little line. If you paralyze it, it may eliminate it.
Hold on a second. Do I need that done?
I don't think so. I mean, really. You're not at the point where you really need anything. I can't see what you could do successfully that wouldn't have odd effects. Make you look strange.
How long's the Botox take when you go in?
Just to inject it? Oh, just maybe, 2-3 minutes. It's like 4 injections.
You do 4 at once?
No, just 1 every 5 seconds. Just bam, bam, bam. You're out of there, Little bitty tiny needle. It's the pediatric needle. See, now look how deep they are now.
When I frown?
When you're thinking, yeah. You're thinking about what to say, get real deep.
Now, he thinks he can get a lift, one of those lifestyle lifts or something where you just slightly pick the face up and all. Do you even see that for him? Honestly.
A little bit.
See?
Just a little bit. I mean, yeah, if you want to be perfect, it's a little bit droopy. So are yours.
Oh, mine. I know mine are.
Where am I droopy?
So are mine. Hell, I'm 51. I got a little droop,
Do you do Botox on yourself?
I have.
Because I don't see any lines in your forehead at all.
Yeah, I'm just lucky. Oily skin, doesn't wrinkle.
Well, see, I have oily skin, too.
He's got.
But obviously, I had a lot on my mind.
Come on.
So you squint more than I do. I'm always wearing sunglasses, and even in here, I just don't squint much.
What does this take? The jowl thing underneath? How much work is that?
He's talking about him, not me.
About him?
Yeah. Well, hang on a second. He looked over here. Do I have some jowl you need to work on?
No, I don't think so.
You're very reassuring.
No, well, give me a profile. I can't tell. You know what? I think you need a small chin implant and just maybe a slight reduction to your nose.
Man, he's great for the self-esteem.
Yeah.
Well, you need this, that. Man, you're ugly.
All right, let me ask you this.
That didn't tell me you were a sensitive guy. I thought you were just kind of a manly guy. Could take all this.
You haven't seen our pictures before, right?
No.
So you didn't have any idea. When you walked in, is that the first thing you noticed? Hey, I could probably do his nose and the...
No, I noticed your screensaver.
What's a screensaver?
On your computer. It's back there.
On JD's?
Oh, on mine.
Oh, the 3 asses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd that get back on?
I don't know, because I took off the thing that you had on there from gay.com. Quit doing that. Ain't no 2 men could do that.
Yeah.
God.
Quit it.
All right. So is that the first thing you noticed? Probably the nose, and I should do the forehead?
No, I think your forehead's okay, honestly. I mean, it's a little droopy, but, let it droop another 5 years.
Droopy where? Here on the eyes?
On the outer.
Here?
If you just raise this up just a tiny bit, the lateral brow, just a little bit.
Like that?
Not sideways, straight up. Yeah, just a little
Hang on,
bit.
let me show JD.
I can see that. Yeah. That doesn't make you look surprised.
And what does this do? I have a mirror.
It opens your face up a little bit. Here, let me just do it. Just a little bit. Just opens your face up a little bit.
Yeah, you're doing it too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to do it just a slight amount.
Do you? Nah, you look inquisitive.
Yes.
It's probably better.
What, Dan?
That's because he's only doing one eyebrow.
I don't know if I would. What does this cost? If you just go up a little bit.
Oh, it's just a few $1,000s.
Now, where do you cut? Where do you cut?
At the hairline.
Yeah. What do you do with the skin? You just cut it out?
Yeah, you cut a little, just like a little, semicircle of skin out right up there and put it at the hairline.
How long does that take to recover?
That's not bad. It's not bad. It's a little like endoscopic brow lift with minimal scarring. You don't need a full-blown brow lift.
Can you do any of this on your own? Just do like facial exercises? Because obviously you said there are muscles all around here.
No, see, what you're doing is you're fighting gravity. I mean, you got 45 years of gravitational pull. You can't just lift skin to make up for it. You gotta, it's just...
You asked.
I know. What about Botox for sweating? Do you do that?
Yeah.
Are you big on that or not?
I'm not real big on that.
Does it work?
It works, but then you start sweating somewhere else, and then it's just these patients are never happy because you say you Botox the armpit and then they start sweating in the upper arm, or something. Your body has to perspire.
That's always been my thing. Is all right if you shut these off. See, I swear.
Yeah.
If you shut these off, that's got to go someplace because your body's got to get rid of that.
Yes.
And I don't want it coming out because I don't want to move my palms. Yeah. Maybe I'm lucky; it just comes out the armpits.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that sweat in their hands. I've had a professional golfers and gymnasts and stuff that their hands are so sweaty they can't do their own sport. But boy, it hurts to inject the hand.
Not bad.
All right, so you think a brow lift? What do you think that costs?
Just a little bit, just a few thousand.
All right, and what else? I don't think I want to do the nose.
The Botox is easy. I mean, that's a no big deal, and maybe. I think that chin implant would help. You've got a little hair growing there, a little goatee action, and it kind of gives you kind of a stronger chin than it really is.
So I'm kind of slack jawed.
Well, just a little receding mandible, a little bit. That's one of those computer things. You got to, get on the computer and build up the chin, reduce the nose a little bit.
Let's do that. Go into his office and have him build it up and see what it looks like.
Well, that's something that I was born with. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about going back and erasing some of the crap that's happened over the past 20 years. The chin thing's always been there. Mm-hmm. That's why,
You're right. See, that's going to be that'll make you a whole different person.
The chin thing?
Well, the chin and the nose, you were born with that. Your nose didn't grow, and your chin didn't recede with time, probably. So, yeah, we're taking, Russ and making him into a different person. Whereas when you do aging surgery, like raise the brows, raise the cheeks, tighten the neck up, then we're just making you look like you did 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. I don't think you want to go back because then that almost erases all the pictures you had of yourself before. That kind of it erases them because that's no longer you.
And every time you see somebody, the first thing they're thinking is, what the hell happened to you?
Yeah.
You look different. I'm not sure why.
Well, sometimes the noses do kind of fall with age, with time. The tips will fall down.
Talking about after surgery or just?
No, just gravity again. Well, aging gravity. And so we sometimes raise the tip of the nose up just to keep it from, falling with time.
Oh, I'd be okay with that.
How do you do that?
Plus your nose and your ears keep growing, right?
Right, to kind of stretch out.
Mm. Yeah, how do you lift the nose up?
Oh, just with a rhinoplasty. You just go through the nostrils.
So you don't break anything?
You don't have to break anything.
What's the recovery time on that?
Oh, it's not much.
Would you go up on mine?
Not that high.
Mm. Yeah? That's big. Quit it. No. Look down your nostrils.
All right, so when you walk in, nothing immediately jumps out. You go, okay, well, this is the first thing you got to do.
No.
Or there is.
Botox.
Up here on the forehead.
Yeah.
And that's a one-day deal. That's in and out.
20 seconds.
Oh, 20 seconds.
Remember, it's 5 seconds a shot.
Where's your office?
Well, I brought the Botox here.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh.
Yeah. My office is in Highland Park, though. It's the Highland Park Plastic Surgery Center.
Oh, hang on a second. What is it, Rob?
We should do that.
The Botox?
Oh, yeah.
Let me see the needle. Oh, no.
That's the one to draw it out. That's not the one that goes into your head.
What's the one that goes?
Smart ass.
What's the one that goes into your head?
Oh,
it's probably like the HGH needles we use.
You know what? My nurse didn't bring any little needles. I'm sorry.
I guess I'm out.
No, here's one. It's a little bitty one. See, it's kind of sterile inside there, but it's a little bitty.
And what's the threshold of pain on this? What's the level of pain? Because my threshold's low.
1 to 10.
It's about a 1.
Seriously?
It's pretty easy.
Well, it's like the HGH needle. You don't even feel it.
Well, but Rob only does that once, and he pinches it really hard, so I don't feel anything.
Is that like the little allergy shots?
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's like a little allergy shot.
What if we put ice on my forehead? Would I not feel anything then?
You can. That helps. But it's not really necessary.
Try one.
Well, he's got to do one every 5 seconds.
I know.
You know how I am with shots or when fentanyl comes in.
I know. He's not good with pain. Or the thought of pain. Or
how long after you did this, how long would I see something?
It takes about 2 days to kick in, 48 hours.
And the lines They don't go away. They just kind of relax.
They'll relax. Now, they may go away some, but when you look in the mirror and you try to frown, you won't be able to frown. At least 80% of it will be gone.
And there's no side effects to shooting your body with some type of
poison.
Yeah. Well, it's poison, but it's obviously it's a paralysis, form of paralysis.
Yeah, it's botulism toxin. Basically, it sounds bad, but it really isn't.
All right. Well, how do you dress that up?
That's why they call it Botox. It sounds better.
What was this originally designed for? Because obviously this wasn't meant for lines and stuff.
Yeah, actually, they've been doing it for I don't know how many years now. I mean, I've been doing it for 5 years, but they've been doing it for like 15 years in the around the eyes, paralyzing the eye muscles. You know, when you have wandering eye,
floaty eye.
Yeah, they paralyze the eye muscles and get them back into alignment. So it's been approved forever for that.
Hang on. So what do you think? Yes or no on the Botox?
Sure. I think so. Definitely try it. Take a picture now, take a picture in a few days, and see if you see a difference. It's 20 seconds.
And 4 needles.
Yes. Because you know who else is going to be standing right behind you to get it? Rob. You know he is.
Rob having lines on his head?
He thinks he does. Didn't you hear we need that a minute ago on the two-way?
Oh. Is that what you said? Do you want Botox?
Told you. How long it took him to respond that time?
Yeah. He probably wouldn't want it if it was some type of oral medication.
No. Needles.
Yeah, it's something, the magic of the needles. I gotta have that.
Jammy.
Yeah. We need a break? Yes. Badly? Yes. You want to ask him about your nose really quick?
Oh, I was going to see, how bad is my nose on the side? Can you tell from right there?
Yeah, you kind of need to be lifted a little bit. A little humpy, a little droopy.
Yeah.
I think the hump is Chloe, though.
Yeah.
Anything they could do to make me look like less like Bobcat Goldthwait?
Leg stents?
Make you taller.
Is that your only concern? You look like Bobcat?
I look like Bobcat Goldthwait meets a retarded Sammy Hagar. When I have my other kind of hat on, my visor.
What do you weigh now?
200.
I think if you lost some weight, some of that would go. You think?
I'm afraid if I lost weight, would it start drooping? Because I saw pictures of Bobcat, and it's like he just looks like he's draining away. Because I've been big for so long that if I start losing weight, some of the skin is going to start drooping.
Yeah. No, you'll be fine.
Because how old are you now?
33.
No, don't worry about it. Just lose the weight. You're not going to sag.
Okay. All right.
Don't want to take any of these? Which one? 7? Yes, Paul.
Hey, Russ, what's going on, man? How come, all of a sudden you're turning into an old lady trying to get your face all fixed up and get the wrinkles out, man? Sound like an old hag worried about getting old.
You know what? I got the cash and I can afford it.
I understand that, brother, but, man, that ain't necessary.
I don't mind experimenting.
All right, brother, you be careful, man. You be looking like a Ken doll.
Ken doll.
That's got to be the biggest thing that you guys come across is guys don't want to admit, I don't like this, or I don't like these lines, or, I want to look better.
Do guys actually come in with some really unrealistic, like, hey, here's Tom Cruise. Can you do this for me? Do they come in?
Yeah, all the time. We got to weed them out. We have to weed them out. We're basically kind of part-time shrinks. We got to sit there and, try to analyze this,
We can't do this for you.
And, if I don't feel like they're a good candidate, mentally or physically, I just turn them away, So it's got to be a significant enough deformity that's warranted. If it's somebody with just a tiny little flaw, there's just no way. They'll find another little bitty flaw with what you did.
See, if you do one, it's going to have the domino effect?
Well, no, some people are addicted to it. It's not necessarily, if you're born with this huge nose and you fix it and the rest of the body's, okay to average, then you're probably fine. Yeah. But there are some people that are never happy with anything, unfortunately.
All right.
It's the Michael Jackson syndrome. It's called body dysmorphic syndrome. There's a whole medical term for it.
Yeah. Well, people get hooked on it. It's like piercings or tattoos or anything else. You get one, and then that becomes your new addiction.
Look, I can do that. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
Right.
Maybe I need this.
Look how much better. Well, who was the actress from Dirty Dancing that got the nose job?
Jennifer Grey.
Yeah. totally different chick.
Yeah, and she got hotter because of it, though.
Yeah.
You couldn't recognize her, but that was actually sort of a good thing. Because it's not like her career was, going anywhere after Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, she could have changed her name and
Could come out of somebody else.
Right. I think if I was going to get a nose job, I probably should have done it in my 20s.
Possibly.
At this point, look, it's mine.
It's you.
You own it.
Yeah, it's you.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We don't even know what's going to come out of his mouth next. Turn it up. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
Clovis got a bad edit. Haven't worked that out. Where Rob say he found Dr. Toledo?
I'm not even sure.
I think from Dr. Venegas.
Oh, that's right. It's been off of Venegas. Somebody got an email here that says Dr. Toledo does the best breast augmentation in Dallas.
Well, I like that email. That's good.
Have you you ever done any plastic surgery on Venegas?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you if I did.
I bet Venegas has had something done. He didn't have any lines.
He's got that.
Very few wrinkles.
He's got that, olive complected, skin doesn't wrinkle. He's just genetically blessed.
On the other hand, though, On the other hand, though, remember he was a beach volleyball player for a number of years.
Yeah, so he was in the sun a lot. So he probably had a lot of skin damage. What'd you do to him?
I didn't do anything.
Something's been done to him.
Maybe.
What is Venegas? 49?
His exact, I don't know.
Not like that.
Because he looked younger than I do.
Mm-hmm. Well, sorry. Don't look at me. He's in very good shape. As are you.
So what do you think, yes or no on the Botox?
I say absolutely yes on that. See how much you like that, see how much what the pain level is.
Now, you're not doing the whole forehead. You're just doing the thing right between the eyebrows where I squint.
Exactly. It's called the corrugator muscles, the ones that make make those vertical lines. So not the horizontal lines all the way across the top, just the vertical lines between your eyebrows.
You see Rob during the break, he's in there frowning as hard as he can.
Oh, yeah, waiting for Dr. Toledo to walk back and forth, and then finally he notices, he goes, well, like Rob here. Rob could use Botox.
Yes.
Was he doing that on purpose?
Yes.
Oh. I thought he was just concentrating on his computer.
No. Rob's big to anything that comes out of a sharp, pointy thing. And no pain.
Well, I didn't say that. I didn't say, it's a little bit of pain. I mean, big tough guys never really, they don't have a problem with it.
I understand that. So how much pain?
You're a big tough guy. You're not going to have any pain.
You said on 10 scale, you said 1.
Where's that paperwork you wanted me to sign? I got to sign it ahead of time?
Yeah. You can't sign under the influence of any alcohol either.
Oh, well. I think I can probably time this out.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have anything in here, do we?
It's in the reserve.
What's the reserve?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Authorize George Toledo. You just want me to sign it, or you want me to check some stuff off?
You can just sign the back. You read it. Just speed read it.
Hang on a second. Let me look at the side effects here. I understand and accept the most likely risk and complications of botulinum A toxin injections. Is that the way you said that?
Close. Close enough.
Included, but are not limited to, paralysis of a nearby muscle that could interfere with opening your eyes.
That's what I told you. It's 1 in 1,000 or less.
Local numbness, headache, nausea, flu-like symptoms, swallowing, speech, respiratory disorders, swelling, bruising, redness at the injection site.
Some attorney wrote this. None of this stuff really hardly ever happens.
Disorientation, double vision, past pointing. What is that?
I don't know. I guess when you point, you point too far past it or something. I don't know. I think it's when they do those DWI tests out on the street.
Yeah.
Make you pass point.
Only thing they've left off is total retardation and death.
Facial pain.
Yeah.
Temporary asymmetrical appearance, abnormal or lack of facial expression, inability to smile when injected in the lower face, facial pain, product ineffectiveness.
Well,
Some people are resistant to it.
Really?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I understand and accept the long-term effects. Is it any long-term? Well, what if something happens with the eye? You jab me and it goes down to my eye, and then I can't. Well, you can't open it or close it.
You can't open it. You can't move the upper eyelid up.
it could be a weekend weather guy across the street.
It's only for 3 months, so it's not the end of the world.
Well, why not? I'll get a couple of sailor tattoos on my forearm. I'll go around. I'll be Popeye for 3 or 4 months. Like that?
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Let's see if you're sneaking anything else past me. I understand and accept that the long-term effects of repeated use of Botox cosmetic are yet unknown. How long has this stuff been around? Would you say 10, 15 years?
Yeah. In Europe, at least 15 years.
I understand it. Do I need to check all these? Or did you say just sign it?
Well, just sign it.
Is that it?
Should I put some gloves on?
It's up to you. You need to ask me anything about allergies or anything?
Well, there's not really an allergy to Botox, so...
Well, it says I've informed my doctor of all my known allergies.
Like you said, some lawyer put that together just to cover all the bases.
All right. All right, Chloe, give me the bottle. I've signed it.
I understand.
The legalese are done. Where'd we get this?
That was a gift from Tim Powers, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
For your birthday.
Have you tried this, Trey?
Yeah.
Do you like stuff? Do you like this?
It's okay. I like Jack better.
This is very tasky tasting.
It's a small batch.
I don't get that one at all.
Let me smell it at least.
What? You can taste it and spit it out, can't you?
No, I don't want to. I smell no difference in that and Jack.
This
I don't like either one of them.
This smells like it's
just more woody.
It's kind of like the single malt version of bourbon.
Yeah. Small batch bourbon.
Do you want to tug?
No, it's okay.
I have something else if you'd like me to go.
No, this will be all right.
Okay.
Chloe? It just tastes like it's had charcoal sitting in the bottom of it.
Oh, okay.
Well, what is it in the cask or whatever it sets in?
With bourbon, it's the way it's the distilling process. They use charcoal. That's why I'm not a big bourbon fan.
What do they do with Jack? It just sets in a barrel?
No, it goes through a distilling process, but it's a different one.
Do they try the inside of the barrels like they do with wine?
Do they char it?
Char it, yeah.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
That's like Jim Beam has a very charcoal taste to me, and that's some people really like it. So it's just not for me.
Who's on the hotline, Dan?
That's Gavin. He wanted to talk to you off the air. He called right as we were going into the last commercial break.
What do you want?
Hey, I tried to reach you off the air.
I understand. Why are you out of breath?
Because I'm in and out of meetings. And we need to make a decision.
On what?
You coming to New York?
No, I'm getting a chin implant.
Russ. You can fool around.
Say it again?
It's serious stuff, man.
And I'm getting Botox. I'm going to get a lazy eye. I'm going to do weather.
You don't need that stuff. You look handsome. In fact, I'm sure the people in New York would agree that you look handsome.
I don't know anybody up there.
So
what's the big problem?
I just want you to come up to New York. A lot of things to discuss.
You mean this weekend?
We need to go off. Yeah.
Can't. Get the chin implant.
We need to make a decision on this.
How far would you come out with a chin? Half inch?
I think you're about 6-7 millimeters now.
And what would that do? Would that firm up my jawline? What?
I need to make a decision.
Oh, what?
I gotta be honest with you. I love you to death, but I'm frustrated.
I understand.
Make a decision.
You want me to see if I can get you a deal on some hair?
You don't want to forget about it.
Okay. Dan, has he said what he wants? Obviously, it's about the New York stuff, unless he's jacking with me.
That's the only thing that I can take from it. He hasn't told me specifically anything.
Why don't they come see you if they want to talk to you so bad?
I don't know. Maybe they think the allure of New York. You go up there, and it's, what'd you say yesterday, Jay?
Yeah, you're in their area. They're going to wow you,
right?
Like
if I was going to negotiate with somebody, I'd have them come in here in the studio,
right?
My territory, and like JD said, the little guy from Dallas, the little monkey from North Texas, who can come up and see the Big Apple.
Bring him in.
We'll bring him up here, show him the city, let him throw some grunts, send him back home.
And if you were a person that liked to stay out till 4 or 5 in the morning, New York can be a wowing type place, but
absolutely.
You're not.
City never sleeps.
No. Saturday, I just checked the weather. Saturday in New York, it's going to be raining and cold.
I have no intentions to ever go back up north.
No.
The last time we went was Chicago about 4 years ago for the Jenny Jones show. That was it.
Yes. We also went in the middle of the worst snowstorm in 5 years, but...
And it was Christmas.
All
right, hang on. All right, start to finish when you start jabbing me is half a minute?
Yeah. You want me to take my time or go really fast? Or?
No. Just want to get this over. And I see something in a couple of days. 24, 48 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let none of this run down to my eyeball.
Turn let me look really, really good, so I'll be able to tell there's a difference. Okay.
No, get him to frown now. Just look at him with.
Well, I don't always frown.
Okay, yeah. Squint then.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I see it.
Yeah. No, it's defined. It's just like anything else. You do it all the time. It's like having muscles.
So when he's not frowning,
that's right. You're not going to frown.
Well, I can't because the muscle's dead or it's paralyzed.
Okay.
After a while, just like anything else, if you're not using muscles.
Yeah, it does atrophy.
Yeah.
In other words, it kind of, just breaks down and shrivels up. Like if you get your arm in a cast, for 6 weeks, you take your cast off, the arm's kind of skinny.
So there is some permanent?
Eventually.
I would guess if you did it a lot.
Yeah, every 3 months for a couple of years, then, usually then you may have to do it every 6 months or every 9 months.
And there's no cumulative effect of putting this toxin in your body?
No, it's just breaks down in 3 months.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Line 1? What is it, David?
Yeah, Russ, I was wondering if there was any way the doctor could fix your long butt crack.
Well,
that was Dr. Terry that said I had a long butt crack.
Yeah.
Do you do ass work?
No. No.
Out of luck. Gotta keep that.
Or the other side either.
You don't do anything down there?
No.
What about liposuction?
Do a lot of that.
Has that changed a lot in the past 10 years?
Yeah.
Isn't it less invasive now?
It is when you use ultrasound and it's less bloody and, less swelling. You can do more areas, more quantity. Hurts less.
What about back fat back here?
Yeah, that's that spare tire roll that everybody gets when they're 45. Sometimes 44.
I wouldn't plan on seeing me over the holidays. But could you do something with this?
Yeah, I've got the same thing, and that's the first thing I'll do if I get anything done. I'm going to get these little love handles sucked up.
What's the recovery time on this?
Oh, you can get back on the air the next day.
What about pain medication?
Well, obviously you could probably do this show with pain medication. You're doing it with Jack or pseudo Jack here, so you could probably just take a few pain pills and go on the air. And no big deal.
Tell me how long you think it'd take.
Oh my God!
It's a matter of time till he has pants off.
Well, what about that?
Yeah, you got about 1.5 inches of fat back there. Those little rolls. That's perfect.
But
for liposuction.
But it ain't bad.
No, it's not bad. Not bad at all.
There you go. See?
What are you laughing at, Trey?
Just the toes. Yeah. You turned around with your head all.
Well, I'm pulling my shirt up so I can see.
And I don't think your butt crack is that long either.
Well, here, have a look.
No.
What do you think?
Shoot it with Botox.
Huh? the ass crack? Okay. Do I need to sit down for this?
Yeah. You can hit a moving target.
I understand. How much is liposuction?
Oh, it's just a few thousand.
Is that the way you price everything? You just kind of throw it out?
A few thousand.
Ballpark. Yeah. What does this run?
You love when you get the bill.
Yeah.
Did we ever talk on the air about you and liposuction?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know. I can't remember that we did.
No. I did it once. I lost like 60 pounds back in the 80s. And I had the love handles you couldn't get rid of.
Oh, so you already had it done. No wonder it looked so good.
Twice.
And, yeah, twice. The first doctor that did it, I came back. What's the recovery? When do you go back for your first visit?
Usually about 4 or 5 days at my office.
Okay. Well, this was longer than that. Would you go back in 6 weeks?
Well, I'd like to see you before 6 weeks.
Well, where they actually, where you've healed and everything's done and everything's smoothed out, and they go, okay, that's your end result.
Yeah, usually at 6 weeks we take off that compression garment.
Okay.
And so
I go back, and the before pictures and the after pictures don't look any different. And he offered to do it again, and was going to give me like a 30% discount.
Thanks for doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem is if you've had it done twice, and you've developed scar tissue inside the fat that's there, and it doesn't suck out very well at all.
Well,
it's kind of like a one-time shot. You know, it's harder and harder.
I don't know how you screw that up, though.
I can't imagine what he took out. Where did it go?
Second doctor that I had...
well, the first time you had it done, didn't you get a good result?
No. It was horrible.
That's what he's saying.
That's why...
Oh, that was the first time?
Yeah.
Did you get a good result the second time?
Yeah, it was perfect second time. It was a different doctor the second time.
Okay. Well, you don't need it a third time.
You can't do it again? You want to look again?
Well, it's not so much looking; it's feeling. You know,
you want to feel it?
If it's soft and spongy, it's fat. If it's kind of firm and fibrotic, it's scar tissue, and that stuff doesn't suck out very well.
Well, come over here and get a handful.
You had to ask, doctor.
Huh? You coming over here anyway?
Come around.
Come on. Come grab it.
Take your headphones off.
What?
He just got this look on his face like, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah, there's not much in there. That's just loose skin.
Oh.
You only got about a half an inch.
All right.
There you go.
Finally, something I don't need.
There you go.
He's still trying to sell me on that freaking chin implant.
Well, Dawana told you that years ago. You should have got a chin implant, didn't she?
No.
Now you get mad at her over it.
All right. Did we sit down here? Or you want to sit in a chair like what's next to you?
Yeah, why don't you sit in one of these, chairs and put your head up against the wall there so you can steady it.
All right, Clay, you want to run the board? All right, JD, you're in charge.
I got it.
Don't run this into nothing.
I won't.
So here's the needle. It's not that big.
You see it?
Oh,
See
yeah,
that?
that's tiny.
Oh, yeah.
That's all right. I know we're talking Botox right now, but what do breasts run nowadays? It's just,
It's about 6,000.
6, okay.
I mean, there's some guys that charge 4, and you probably don't want to go there, and some guys that charge 8, and you probably,
That hasn't gone up much over the years.
We haven't made any more money on them. The implants, the cost of the implants have gone up 1,000%. They used to be like, I don't know, $50 an implant. Now they're $500 an implant.
Wow. Do some people go to Mexico for this?
Oh yeah, they go to Mexico for everything.
I'm not sure that'd be my first choice.
It is cheaper.
Well, how much cheaper?
The Botox or the breast?
The breast.
Gosh, I don't know. It's probably half price. You can probably get anything you want down there, half price.
Well, but then you got to tack on the cost of the trip and everything else. Isn't really worth.
Yeah.
If there's a complication, who wants to go back to Mexico to have it fixed?
It's not if. It's kind of usually when.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's worth the cash.
Yeah. All right.
Here we go.
What? Like that?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Do I need to do anything?
Oh, frown for me, real there. Relax.
Oh, he's kind of pinching your brow.
I'm upset.
Oh, that's already one in. You feel anything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll shut up. And there's number 4.
I think that's probably all he needs. I got a little bit left. We made a
No.
the tongue, maybe. That'd be terrible. Wouldn't it?
All right, scale of 1 to 10. What?
I can feel it already.
Can you?
Yeah.
What do you feel?
Like, when you go to the dentist and they rub that numbing stuff on your gum? Mm-hmm. That's what it feels like.
Just a little bitty bit of tingle. Don't do the eye. Quit it.
What?
Your eye's not seizing up all of a sudden.
All right, what do I need to not do?
Okay, don't rub it.
Okay, what does that do?
Well, that pushes the chemical into another muscle that wasn't, in the neighborhood.
All right.
So you want to keep it right in that muscle.
So how long can he not wash his face?
No, he can wash it. Just don't rub it.
Well, hang on a second. It feels like something's running down my forehead. Is it, or is that just the medicine inside?
I think that's just a little bit of blood. Here. I can't tell. You're all the way across the room.
Well, look at it.
It's fine. It's all on the inside.
All right. I just don't want to be touching anything because your first inclination is to start rubbing stuff.
Yeah. Especially if it's tingling a little bit.
Yeah, you can touch it, just don't rub it firmly so it doesn't go anywhere else.
For about how long?
24 hours.
All right.
And you'll see it kick in. Probably Thursday night. This time Thursday. It may kick in tomorrow.
What would you do? Try to frown and see if it works?
Yeah, just go to the mirror and squint. You do it tomorrow morning. It may be 50% effective tomorrow, and maybe the other 50% may come in another day or two. Everybody's a little bit different. Mm-hmm. I didn't give you a whole lot. I just gave you, just enough to, I didn't want to overdo it. So
how much more would you have normally
maybe
done?
One more shot.
Where would you have done that?
Probably at the root of your nose.
In the nose?
Well, right where it attaches to your forehead.
The bridge.
The bridge, at the top of the bridge. So,
No.
it's for those horizontal lines at the top of at the bridge.
I'll loop with that flaw. That's too far. It was a 1 to 10 for me.
Mm-hmm. You didn't scream.
Well, I was afraid to.
I understand.
You don't want to scare somebody. It's give you an injection.
No.
You never had a tattoo?
No.
So you don't know.
I mean, I've had those shots of tetanus shot or testosterone shots. Those are uncomfortable.
It's about like that.
Okay.
But it's a lot quicker.
Not bad at all.
So what is it, 1 to 10?
I'd give it probably a 2.5 with a bullet.
Yeah.
You're the only one who gets that.
Got it.
All right. Now, in the doctor's office, what would something like that run?
$400.
For what you just gave me?
Yeah.
Wow.
And people get this done every 3 or 4 months?
Yep. Yep.
Did they get more than he just got? I mean, did you go all the way across that upper line? Like, see, I get this deep line right here.
Right. Well, sometimes they do the crow's feet around the side of the eyes.
Right.
And if we do that, that's another couple $100. So it can be up to $600. If somebody wants the whole forehead done, all the horizontal lines and everything else, that may be $800. So.
If you're going to be there and you're getting the shots, why not just go straight across?
Well, the problem is if you go straight across the whole forehead, then they can't raise their eyebrows, and then they have this droopy eyebrow look.
Oh.
So you got to have pretty good location to your eyebrows before you do that.
But you look complacent.
Certainly.
And I don't like that look. I don't like that non-motion of the whole forehead. I mean, it looks it's just not normal. So I like to see some motion there.
Mm. You feel anything different now? Is it as time goes by?
I'm afraid to move it.
Okay. Is it okay if he squints?
Yeah,
like
he can squint all he wants. Yeah, it's not going to hurt anything.
Okay.
Can't see anything.
That'll be fine.
I can't stand. Try to squint.
I'm afraid.
Okay, don't do it.
Well, I don't want anything dribbling down to my eyes.
I don't see any moisture between your brows at all.
Well, I think that was just a drop of blood or something.
Okay.
We need a break. What is it? Line 7? Is that Eddie? I don't want to talk to him. Other doctors here. Yeah. There are just some people you don't. No. There's some members of the family you don't introduce to others.
Yeah.
Just tell him to sit on the porch, and I'll pick it up when we come back. All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Format doesn't matter. Talk, country, rock, Hispanic, even boogity. He's numero one over them all. Now, back to the Russ Martin Show.
The only weird thing about it was, I guess, because you're getting an injection in your head.
Okay.
I could hear the needle breaking the skin.
Oh, because so between your ears, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just freaky. I'm surprised you let somebody come at you between your eyes with a needle.
Well,
I thought you.
That was a small needle.
Yeah, a little bitty one.
That was the only thing that made it weird.
Hear it? Yeah.
Yeah. That was the one time that I made noise, as he came across and jabbed up here, and it sounded like lettuce cracking.
Really?
Yeah. What, Trey?
Oh, I can't even imagine. I hate needles. But he must have done, because I've seen, like, TV where they do it, and they always have blood, like, running down, and you don't have any bleeding whatsoever.
No. Not even any redness.
Yeah.
Really? Mm-mm. I didn't know about the blood.
Yeah, I've seen it where, like, if they do it, like, anywhere on the forehead,
the whole rug.
It just looks like little streaks of blood coming down your forehead. It's gross.
Yes, Dan?
I was going to say, Trey's right. I've seen that. It just looks like a bunch of red dots on their forehead, and occasionally it'll bubble up a little bit, maybe a little trickle. Mm. And Gaffin's on the hotline again. He wanted to talk to you off the air again.
I understand. I got that the first 2 times. I wonder if I can squint.
Try it.
I'm afraid.
Well, it's not going to hurt anything. He said it was okay. Just don't rub it.
Hold on a second. Are you growing a beard, Trey?
No. Just haven't shaved.
Why don't you try growing one, see what it looks like?
I've tried it before. I used to have a goatee, but I can't fill in the mustache well enough.
Why don't you just do the goat? Be in a band. You like jazz, don't you? You gonna grow that out for LeBear?
No.
Why don't you do that? Chicks like the gruff look.
No, the only reason I really haven't shaved is I had this damn pinched nerve in my back, and it hurt me to even raise my arm like this, so just let it go.
Mm. All right. All right, I'm going to squint.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right. Not trying.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
You're not trying.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
Okay. No expression change at all.
That's amazing.
It works.
Immediate success.
All right, here it comes.
He said tomorrow before anything happens. You just raised your eyebrows and they moved. There you go. It's still.
Is it still there?
Uh-huh.
All right. It's just odd having poison that close to your eyes, especially since he knows that one of the side effects is if it dribbles down, you get the crazy eye, Fred eye.
Yeah.
And I need my weekends.
Understand?
Let me see what Black Eddie wants. White Gavin.
Hey.
Hang on a second. Yes, Eddie?
Man, what are you injecting in your face?
Stuff.
Man, the more money you white people get, the crazy things you get. Man.
I didn't pay for this.
Oh, it was free?
I guess. He jabbed me and then said normally it costs about $400.
Right. What you got?
Yeah. Where's Rob's mom at, man? I was gonna bring a little truce up there.
A what?
Truce. I was going, because, I kind of was out of line yesterday. I was going to see if I could bring her some NFC up there.
What?
NFC. I was going to see if I could bring her some NFC up there for her. Think she would like that?
What is it?
Nigga fried chicken.
No.
I'm thinking about making a business out of that, man. Nigga fried chicken.
No, Eddie, no.
Nigga licking good. You think I can get her to say that at the end of the commercial?
No.
Yeah.
Nigga licking good.
Yeah.
Kentucky fried nigga. We do nigga.
Stop it.
You don't think she would like that?
Hold on. Hey, give me your tagline again.
Nigga fried chicken, we do niggas right. Nigga looking good.
All right.
Hold on. What is it, Rob?
My mom will not be coming back up here.
Why not? She's still got to shave my front.
And have some nigga fried chicken.
Yeah. Eddie's going to bring her some NFC.
Nigga looking good.
You guys took that just too far. That's my mom. No.
What's the matter with you, Trey?
Did he not listen while I produced the show?
Have a slogan to answer mama ass with a greasy ass apron and a chicken in one hand and an axe in the other.
Eddie, no.
With a smile on her face.
Stop it.
Come on, tell Rob to get his mom up there just to say the ending part. It's nigga looking good.
Yeah.
She enjoyed herself.
That's all she has to do.
I think Rob's the only one that didn't enjoy it.
It'll look good for the niggas around.
Yeah.
With that.
Yeah, this is her way of giving back.
Yeah. To the black community.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Eddie.
All right, man. Yeah.
Rob, how come she ain't coming back?
Because you always take stuff too far.
Who told her to come up and shave me? I could have got Amy to do this. You said you were going to do it, since I guess you do yourself all the time. Why was it that you needed your mom to come up? You thought you were going to be cute. Then she gets in here and she gets a handful of stuff, and then it ain't funny no more.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah. And she was having a good time.
She was laughing.
It's funny that George is banging my mom.
Yeah, that's
But
funny.
it ain't funny when Rob's mom comes up here and gets a handful of sack.
She wasn't resisting either.
No.
She was doing your nipples round and round, and then she went down the front and then on straight into the stuff.
Yeah. She was all into that.
Mm-hmm.
Have her come back tomorrow.
No. Jack and her Coke.
Yes, for it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she wanted the Jack. She was having a good time. It's probably the best time she's had in
She was laughing.
a few years. Came in, dressed up like a pumpkin.
Yes. Almost flashed you.
Yeah, I thought she was about to pull the shirt
I
up.
thought we were going there.
Used to get to say, about to get to see where Rob used to eat.
All right. Here comes that line.
What's the matter, Trey?
Locking the door.
I don't want him coming in behind. I don't want to be the first one to go.
Oh. Rob, bring her back up. Don't come in here and scare me. I got poison in my head. I'm supposed to.
Not look frightened for
Yeah, I can't have any surprises. Go lock the door to my office.
I'll take care of it tonight.
Take care of what?
I don't know.
My nose feels funny.
No, stop. It's mental.
I don't think it is.
It's mental. You can. He didn't say anything about breathing.
I think it dribbled down to my sinuses. I can't breathe.
No, yes, you can. It's Gwen with a crazy eye.
Yes, Gavin?
Hey,
Yes.
I can't leave New York until we make a decision on this.
Why can't you leave New York?
The flight.
Say it again?
Because they really want you to come up here.
My nose does really feel funny.
I tried to catch you off the air again, but
I know.
Is it tingling?
why can't you pick up off the air?
It feels clogged up.
You didn't say that was one of the few things that wasn't a side effect.
Well, the injection's on the top side of your sinuses. What?
Me?
Yes?
So can we get this done?
Get what done?
Come up to New York. Do you at least want to hear what they have to say? I think it's worth it. There are a couple really interesting things that they threw over the table.
Even if he
they didn't want to throw everything
disapproves,
across, but
you won't be able to show it.
Yeah. Yeah, now's not a good time to talk to me. I got poison in my forehead. I can't show expressions.
Well, I understand, but
they may think I'm taking the offer.
Yeah, clearly he likes it.
Or he's good.
Yeah, he's
stone cold.
I think there's some good opportunities here. I wouldn't be telling you otherwise.
All right. What is it?
Like, for instance, they talk about maybe building a studio outside of Live 105.3.
What do I care about
your
that?
Own studio.
I got my own studio.
Brand new facilities.
Everything in here is new. Everything around it sucks. Do I?
To be away from all the riffraff.
Where are you?
An extra week's vacation.
Where are you right now?
I'm in New York.
I know. Are you at a restaurant? You at the airport? What are you doing?
Oh, I'm at the airport, but I've already canceled one flight because I need to make a decision and call them back. So, but I would like to get on a plane tonight.
I don't know that I'm buying any of this.
How can you not be buying it?
Why would you not come back home?
Because they want to make a decision, so I got to call them. And if I'm 3.5 hours in the air tonight, I can't give them the decision because they want to know, because they want to, get the flights all booked.
You just want a decision on whether or not I'd fly up there this weekend.
Right. I think at least you and I should sit down and discuss the possibilities.
Hold on a second. I have to have a meeting. What do you think, Eddie?
Nigga, please.
Eddie said no.
What if we gave you a car?
I got a car. I got too many cars. Yeah.
Well, at least the good news is...
Why don't you give me an extra ball?
You could at least use it more.
Yeah. At least I got room to put another ball down there. I got no room for cars.
Like I said yesterday, I think this is a golden opportunity to at least get in front of the heads of this company.
I don't understand.
Expand the staff.
All the
some new writers.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
Like, for instance, Stern has all this support and everything like that. We can get you that.
Writers.
Yeah.
So you don't like the show as it is?
I'm not saying that. This is what they're telling to me. I'm the messenger.
So why do we?
As far as if we wanted to expand the staff or something.
How are the ratings here in North Texas? Our show, Stern Show.
I'm not quite. They're excellent. They're number one in every category.
Okay. Why would I want writers?
That's what they're suggesting.
So they don't like the show.
No, I didn't say that. They don't know about the show. That's why, once again, it's a golden opportunity to get in front of them, explain what the show is all
They're
about.
just throwing out bones. If they're throwing out things like cars, obviously they think these things are going to impress you. Cars. I know.
What is it, Dan?
Just going to say, if them wanting writers, does that mean all the rest of us and you yourself? They're basically saying that you don't do a good job of it.
Maybe they just meant increasing the staff,
possibly,
or paying everybody a decent wage on the staff.
That would be new.
You bitching?
I'm not bitching at all. Not for myself, for Dan and for Rob and Chloe.
Dan's already got his bonus plan laid out. I guess Dan's in the cash cube every quarter.
I'd like that to be up to 2 per quarter. Thank you.
All right, so my own, the studio and a car and what else?
Studio, car, extra vacation time.
How much vacation time?
Like extra week and a half.
How'd you come up with a week and a half?
They just came
playing
up
hardball?
Yeah.
We'll go a week and a half, then we'll
I mean,
we'll
when
go
they
up to
do
2
a week
weeks.
and then 2 or 3 personal days extra.
So you think throwing in an extra 7 days, is going to compensate for getting up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning?
I'm just saying they're throwing out a lot, and that's their initial. So what we can do is come back with a lot of stuff, and even if you turn down the morning show, it'll open up other possibilities.
All right, so your angle at this is don't be a dick about this. Tell them no, and maybe get stuff for the afternoon show.
Right.
Well, why didn't you say it that way? Because you said I got to have a decision now.
I know, I just got a lot of pressure on me. I'm sorry. These people are breathing down my neck. And I mean, I stood up to him and I said, he doesn't want to do it. And they said, get an answer. And I said, I'm giving you an answer. And they said, get an answer.
So what do you want an answer to? Coming to New York or on mornings?
Both.
No to mornings.
Okay.
Maybe to New York. And you know what? If the answer is no to mornings, why does it have to be this weekend? Seems like that's the reason for having an immediacy to this.
Right.
You know, they didn't go into details. They just said we want him up here and we want him up here right away. I'm assuming it's for that because that's what they pursued you in the past for. But they didn't want to go into detail. I tried to ask them about details. They said, you know, your job's just to get Russ up here.
Hold on. What, Trey?
If it's that big of a deal, instead of booking flights, I know Viacom has a G4 private jet. Why don't they just send that down here? That way it's about a 2.5-hour flight up.
Yeah. Fly me up on a B-52.
G4.
I don't care.
I don't think we have private jets anymore now that we turned public company.
Sure you do.
Yeah, this company's got all kinds of stuff. Fly me up there to stay in the Love Shack. Thanks.
So if it's a private jet, you'll go?
Let me go back and ask this again. Maybe you didn't understand. If the answer to mornings is already no, why is there an immediacy to meet?
I don't know.
What happened to you being on my side about this? You understood.
I am on your side. I'm totally on your side.
Why you keep browbeating me about this? And now it's not a good time because it's numb.
I just think it's important. Sometimes it's good to show your face in front of these people, sit across from the table, at least let them pitch you, see what you have to say in response. If it doesn't work out, so be it, but at least the relationship is developed.
Hold on a second. Could we get away with taping the show in the afternoon and run it the next morning?
You could, but you would lose the immediacy of the phones for the repeat.
One thing you'd really lose out on is if something happened at night that you didn't want to talk about the next morning.
Oh. We come in at 9, we do the last hour live.
Oh.
It's going to split your day either way. It's going to split your day.
Not really. Not as bad as actually getting up at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, 3 in the morning's absurd.
You're the first one that's come up with that. Come in and do the last hour live. That way, if you missed anything overnight, you throw it in there. It's handled.
Hello?
Yes.
So what do you want me to tell them? I was thinking even we can come back across the table and ask for some profit sharing because you know it bills millions of dollars, and, you know, even a couple % of that's big money.
I already have profit sharing. The stock, yeah, the stock ain't worth scrotum. Isn't that what they gave us?
Oh, yes.
Well, you want profit sharing in cash.
I'm talking profit sharing on your individual show, not the company.
Oh.
That way you have a vested interest.
I already have a vested interest.
Well,
It's the pride in the product that I put out.
And you do a great job of that.
All right, find out if this weekend is still necessary.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm open to flying up there.
Great. Thanks, Russ. I really appreciate the teamwork.
You're welcome. Hey, we got you some hair.
What?
When Dr. Toledo was here, we got you some hair. You allergic to dogs? I gotta go. That's not totally out of the question.
That might be interesting.
Coming up at 9. You don't really have to get up and do that much show prep because you really kind of already did everything.
Yep, you're ready to go, and you can cover anything that happened the night before that morning.
Yeah. What was that?
It's Rob's mom.
Huh. Yes?
You do not talk to her.
Okay.
How did you want me tomorrow to finish up?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. Russ?
Yeah?
Yes. Is this Russ?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Hey, I know we still had some of that coochie left, and we had a lot of area left to cover. What time did you want me up there tomorrow?
Tell her 4 o'clock.
About 4?
4 would be good. That'd work for me.
Okay, tell her bye.
Okay. Thank you. I'll talk to you later.
With anticipation.
Woohoo.
Yeah. Very nice. What is it, Rob? What do you want?
Oh, there isn't.
What? I see you. What do you want?
She's not coming up.
She wants to come up. How come you don't want her coming up?
Having a good time.
Yeah.
Because you always take it too far.
How did I take it too far? If she got offended or didn't have a good time, then I took it too far.
Right.
Did she have fun?
She said she did. On the way out, she said, thank you. I had a great time.
No.
She
did
did.
have fun.
She did, too. She said so in the office.
Yeah.
Right in front of you.
You asked her if she likes anal.
Yeah, you did. And you
No,
asked
I
her,
did.
You
No, I
asked her
didn't.
if her vibrator was wooden. Yeah, you did.
I don't know what you're talking about, Trey.
Yeah.
See? Everything going around about Trey and his mom and now my mom and George. All that's funny. It ain't funny when Mama Riddlemoser comes up and gets her a nice handful of balls.
She did.
And then tomorrow she's going to get the chicken.
Yeah. Good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my mom's dead.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. They lead. Other shows follow.